Hello everybody, let's talk about how this image was created and edited. Here we have the background layer that is pretty much just straight from the camera, and then on top of that we're going to layer in quite a few things. So we wanted to capture the interior as well. So let's zoom into the interior because that's all we're going to focus on right now. First shot, you can see me pointing a flash up here at the wall to the right. You can also see a reflection. There was a flash back here pointed up to the wall at the left, bouncing off the wall and the ceiling. The next frame was me over here. You can see the flash was still over here against this back wall. Here's a reflection of it. And here I am bouncing the light off the left wall. So paint in that, and here we go. And now for the final flash frame, painted in a little bit of this. What did I do here? Let's see. Oh, it was just this part. All right, so this shadow on the wall over here. Original frame looked like this, me pointing the flash up just a different area. When I painted that in, it was just painted in this left part of the wall here to get rid of this shadow. All right. From there, the shadow, you could see it was a little bit too bright, or that painting on the wall was a little too bright, so I threw a curves adjustment layer to even that out and make it blend in a little bit better. Now I've got the big flash reflection over here, so for that we just blend in this ambient frame. So this frame looked like this. It was just a bright version of the interior. So if we zoom out on that, this is what this whole frame looked like. So there's what I'm calling my flash interior blend right there. And on top of that, we flattened that and created a layer up here for that. So we turn this off, and now we go to the ambient copy. So that's that big bright ambient that I just showed you. We layer that on top, and then we blend in the flash that I just created, that whole blend of flashes, and we blend that on top of the ambient, and that looks like this. So not a whole lot different, but just kind of smooths it out. Again, here's that flash blend. Here's when you blend them together. However, that seemed a little bit too bright once I zoomed out. So drop that down to 75% opacity. And that is how I created the interior. Once the interior was created, these upper windows looked a little bit bright. So I grabbed, once again, a really bright exposure like this, turned it down to 25% opacity, and just blended in those top windows. So that was something I just played around with. I experimented with how bright I wanted those windows to be, and I thought that 25% looked pretty good. Then we have our fixes layer. So that is going to get rid of all the junk. So telephone pole, a little dust on my sensor, some dirty driveway, power lines over here, a couple of leaves on the ground, and that is the fixes layer. From there, we're going to go and paint in the sidewalk. So the sidewalk was red. The client asked me if I could make it blend in. So the way I did that was created a layer mask, just masking off that section of the sidewalk. And then from there, just added a hue and saturation layer with the saturation turned down and the hue bumped down a little bit. Then we had the doors closed. So this is pretty much the final image, but then we wanted to do a doors closed version. So close the door. The reflections were pretty bad, so I just added in a black layer on top of that at 50% opacity. And there we go. So we have the doors closed and the doors open. And these are the two images I delivered to the client. I also delivered to the client a couple of different croppings of this. So I did one that was something along the lines of this, and then I did another one that was basically like kind of a vertical composition that was like this. I delivered 3 versions to the client with the doors open and closed.